If it was up to me, I'd take every feral, muty, and scent and shoot them into space.
Seen better days, hasn't it?
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your
I don't know
concerns are
about
noted,
scribe
Scribe.
Mariah.
Give
I think
Proctor
she loves her
Ingram my
little zoo a
thanks
bit
for
too
letting me
much.
borrow you.
Night.
Welcome aboard, brother.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you're injured.
Are all these creatures yours?
Well, they're an important part of my research, if that's what you mean. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
Sounds complicated.
Actually, it's rather simple. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
Altering someone's genetic code sounds dangerous.
Absolutely. That's why I'm taking precautions and not altering the genetic code permanently. I wish I could show you a sample at the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
I'll get whatever you need, if I'm getting paid.
That shouldn't be a problem. I'm authorized to pay you for any research materials you recover. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
Naraya.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Will every creature yield viable blood samples?
Unfortunately, no. Nature's stubborn, and unless I get the proper specimen, I can't use it to make my compound. That's why I needed to modify your Pip-Boy. It'll let you know if the creature has viable blood in its body. Have you had any luck finding samples yet?
That depends. Are you still paying for them?
Absolutely. I received the approval from Proctor Quinlan himself. Did you have any samples for me?
Yes, here you go.
Is this some sort of a joke? I don't know what that is, but it certainly isn't a viable blood sample. Do you have any or not?
No, sorry.
Keep trying. There's plenty out there. I really appreciate you searching for the blood samples. As soon as I make a breakthrough, I'll let you know.
The Institute giving machines free will? My programming says that's monstrous.
You haven't lived until you tipped a Brahmin with a vertibird. Now that's a challenge.
Hi.
Carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
This science won't know what hit it.
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Ooh, come on. Let me carry something before you cripple yourself.
Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from ferals.
Never forget, you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately. We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance could mean the difference between life and death. Understood?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Good. Ad Victoriam, Squires.
Ad Victoriam! Ad Victoriam!
Dismissed.
Long live the Brotherhood, and long live Elder Maxon.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
Excuse me.
Don't let Maxon's age fool you. He's a brilliant tactician and experienced soldier.
Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way down. Okay, sure. Firing. Everything holding together?
Trust me. Personal log entry 142.
Firing.
I can sum up living on the Pridwin in 4 words. I meant field assignments. Don't get me wrong, the research we're doing is exciting stuff. But life on this ship is a nightmare. I'm trapped in this metal tube 18 hours a day. I still can't decide who smells worse, the soldiers or the mole rats. And what passes for conversation among the grunts makes mutants seem scholarly. I'm gonna speak to Proctor Quinlan. Field scribes cannot have it this bad.
Sweet. That's it.
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a buoyancy regulator?
I guess.
Don't get smart. You want to see the Brotherhood's greatest warship brought down by bugs?
All right. Just don't tell Ingram, okay?
Fine. But there's a reason food's not allowed near the instrumentation.
You know, before getting shipped to the Commonwealth, I thought Elder Lyons still had some good points. The Brotherhood in the Capital Wasteland, they were about helping. But this assignment, it's opened my eyes. On the flight here, we passed city after city. Buildings taller than I've ever seen. Some that nearly clipped the Pridwin. And who uses them now? Mutants. Freaks. Seeing all that destruction, Tens of millions dead, brought on by technology run amok, it made it so clear. Elder Maxon is right. The wasteland needs to be cleansed, and we're the ones to do it.
While I appreciate your attempts at diligence, Initiate, the sheer volume of complaints you have filed implicating your brothers and sisters as synth agents has done irreparable harm to ship morale, as well as your own credibility. Proctor Ingram, Paladin Dance, Elder Maxon.
Taking on his death.
I understand the stress of our mission is great, and for that reason I am inclined to show leniency for the damage you've done. Your reassignment will be effective immediately. Welcome to Recon, Initiate. Do us proud.
Oh, God. Mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me. Yes.
They keep you out.
Got it.
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done. When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
Taking on a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of Lyons and his foolish ways.
Paladin.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
Maxon seems so young compared to everyone else. You're okay with that?
Don't let his age fool you. Maxon's a brilliant tactician, a formidable warrior, and possesses an idealistic vision for the future of the Brotherhood. I'd follow him anywhere, without question.
Why are you so confident in his abilities?
A decade ago, the Brotherhood had almost gone completely astray. The Elder before Maxon sent us down a path that was leading nowhere. He was more concerned about charity than the preservation of technology. But when Maxon took over, he single-handedly reprioritized the Brotherhood from the ground up and put us back on the path to glory. This ship and its crew are a testament to his leadership.
He sounds pretty delusional to me. You don't actually buy everything he's saying, do you?
You shouldn't judge Maxon on his words alone. His actions prove his sincerity. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
So what's all this about you being my sponsor?
Elder Maxon is understandably particular when it comes to new recruits. He believes in order to keep the Brotherhood strong, we have to bond as brothers. As your sponsor, it's my duty to travel with you throughout the Commonwealth to ensure that our ideals are being observed. That's why I'm so concerned about your performance in the field.
I'm not comfortable being watched so closely.
Well, you better get used to it. If you want to remain a part of the Brotherhood of Steel, you're going to have to adjust to the military way of life. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Do you need to come with me now?
It might help if I tagged along with you. On the other hand, you might want to make your first impression without a paladin standing over your shoulder. It's up to you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
You sure you want to travel with me?
I think I could suffer through it.
Sure. Let's go.
Will do.
Exercise extreme caution out there, Piper. The Commonwealth is hazardous for civilians.
I can handle myself, soldier boy.
Paladin dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
That depends. How are you feeling?
My power armor systems are within normal operating parameters, so I'm as ready as I'll ever be. You just give the word, and we can begin our mission.
Not now.
No problem. Let me know when you're ready.
Captain Cade?
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
What kind of medical exam? I feel fine.
There's nothing to be alarmed about. I just have a few simple questions about your medical history. It's my responsibility to make sure that you don't bring anything up here that could pose a threat to the crew. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
My father said I used to sit way too close to the television.
The television? Wait a second. Let me check my notes here. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
I hope that you're kidding.
Not at all. I'm quite serious, actually. However, I'll just assume that your answer to that one is a no. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many Wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior absolutely distasteful. Since you haven't spent too much time in the Wasteland, I'll assume your answer is no. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
Nope. No problem whatsoever.
Excellent. You'll fit in quite well around here. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Excuse me, Captain Cade.
Good to see you again, Knight. Anything I can do to help?
Any news out there, Doctor?
Been out of the loop. A lot of sick and injured taking up my time. Now, if you need treatment, let me know.
Could use some supplies, actually.
Scribes have been stocking us up. Help yourself.
Sure.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What, not even a thank you?
I hardly need to... Oh my. It appears I've mistaken you for someone else. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Should I come back when you're less busy?
Our recent arrival in the Commonwealth has left me with an immense amount of data to compile. None of that's your fault, really. You're obviously here for a reason. What was it again?
I'm asking myself the same thing.
I don't recognize you. Which leads me to the conclusion that you're a new recruit. Specifically, the one that Paladin Dance described in his report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
What exactly is a research patrol?
Simply put, we send a small two-man team to scout a location and evaluate its technical and historical relevance. Saves us from sending an entire retrieval team to a worthless location.
If you want my help, just ask already.
I wasn't aware you were interested, Knight. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be filled. In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
Proctor Quinlan.
Please, finish your introductions by all means. But I do hope you'll consider assisting me when you're done. Once you're finished introducing yourself, I've plenty of work to be done if you have the time.
Give me a laser rifle and my power armor, and I'll take on the world.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
The last batch of recruits we took on were wastelanders. Dirty, beaten up, looking for a handout. They were desperate and looking for an easy out. You look like you're here for a reason. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwin's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
While you're at it, my car is making this weird grinding noise when I back it out of the driveway.
You're gonna have to take a number. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
I hardly noticed.
Can't tell if you're patronizing me or trying to be polite. How about I just forget you mentioned it? Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Ingram?
Can you tell Kells if he wants things fixed, he needs to keep the damn ship steady?
Paxton might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
Proctor Tegan.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Not really here to chit-chat. I had orders to meet the crew.
Rules, rules, rules. Everyone around here is so obsessed with the damn rules. I hope you're not another one of those by-the-book military types. And this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up every single factory that manufactured weapons and ammunition. Keeping the Brotherhood supplied takes caps, and everyone contributes to the cause. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
What sort of extra work are we talking about?
Oh, no. It's nothing like you're thinking. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, a gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Tegan.
What brings you to me today?
Have anything unusual?
I have some special mods I've been working on. Sort of a hobby I have to pass the time. Real high-powered stuff. Slap a few of them onto your weapons, and I am pretty sure they'll put a smile on your face.
Let's hear a bit more about that extra work you mentioned.
Hard to resist the lure of extra caps. The food stores don't replenish themselves, so I need legs on the ground to hit up farms in the area. We'll be requisitioning a portion of their harvest, and I need that food crated and ready to go for when I send out a collection team. Your mission will be to ensure full cooperation of the civilian farmers, by any means necessary.
Any means necessary? You're giving me carte blanche on this.
You said it. Like they say, if you aren't with us, you're against us. Think you can handle that?
I'm in.
Good. Here's the location. Convince the settlement to support the Brotherhood, or take over the settlement by force.
Charging into a situation guns blazing is a good way to get yourself
Proctor
killed.
Teagan.
I realize it's not the most glamorous of missions, but hell, neither is starving.
I need details on the mission.
Informing the Commonwealth Farms of their upcoming support for the Brotherhood of Steel.
Let me see what you have.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
Hey.
Point the way. Probably have something you can use. Blue, come on. Let me
Excuse me,
carry
Proctor
something
Teagan.
before you
Most
cripple
farmers
yourself.
won't be too happy about donating their crops, so watch your back out there.
I'll take a look.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face. Those farmers give you any trouble? I trust you know what to do.
I'm looking for some firepower.
Be my guest.
Hey.
You say the... Word.
Hey.
Shoot.
if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me doing 100 push-ups.
Damn ferals. Radiation has a twisted sense of humor.
Just fixed a few power armor mods and gave them to Tegan. You might want to check them out.
Heads up.
Just let me know. Looking for something specific?
I've served on this vessel for years. It's the only home I know.
Right behind you.
Captain, now that you've had a chance to roam the Prydwen, what do you think, Knight?
Frankly, I'm amazed it flies.
I'm disappointed how callously you're judging her. It took the Brotherhood's sharpest minds over 2 years to design, and more than twice that to build.
All that time, and this is the best they could come up with?
She may not be beautiful, but she's safe, reliable, and heavily armored enough to keep the riffraff from bringing her down.
With the Prydwen in our arsenal, we can mobilize our entire division, sending her anywhere that Elder Maxon wishes her to go.
Her presence in the Commonwealth ensures that our mission to defeat the Institute will end in victory.
Did the Brotherhood ever build other airships?
There were less advanced versions of the ship built on the West Coast a long time ago. Historical records about their current status are in dispute, but we're fairly certain that they were destroyed. In any event, I hope your tour of the Prydwen helped acclimate you to our way of life up here. I think you'll find that the more familiar you become with both her capabilities and her crew, the longer you'll survive as a member of the Brotherhood. You're dismissed, Knight.
Kells.
All systems are green. All stations reporting no malfunctions.
Proximity sensor's green. Getting a 3-second pingback.
Tighten up the meter. Like that. Now split the difference. There. Now.
ready for your next assignment, brother?
What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done finally begins to pay off. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Super mutants? I thought the enemy was the Institute.
Super mutants are no better than Sens. They're a reminder of man's folly when it comes to harnessing technology. Whether it's using biochemistry to manipulate genes, or trying to create life from a bunch of circuits. It's the wrong path for science. As members of the Brotherhood, it's our sworn duty to exterminate these abominations in every form. So, can I count on you to get the job done?
What do these shells do?
The Fat Man launcher is an essential part of the Brotherhood arsenal. It's a miniature nuclear payload in a man-portable format. A squad of troops armed with one of these is virtually unstoppable. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one of them, allow me to give you a word of advice. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to bury in a shoebox. That enough to go on?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
Keeping nukes out of the hands of super mutants? Oh, we'll do our best, all right.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Elder Maxon?
Get on that gunship, sir. One Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secure.
Heads up.
Hey, here. Something to keep sharp.
Your thoughts?
You sure know how to show a girl a good time.
I was just wondering where you and I stand.
Not a lot of complaints at the moment. And you can ask around. That is a rare occurrence.
That was all I had.
All right.
Read the paper, mister. Trust me.
I know it's true.
Nat.
You won't believe what's in the next issue. Just you wait.
Nick Valentine is back in town. He's gone for some people who are totally not on it. Well, they thought he might be dead before it destroyed.
CAMPAñA cares about you. medicinal needs.